President of First Security Bank West in Beulah. 35-year-old Brady Torgerson funded loans without obtaining necessary financial information, security interest documents, or promissory notes. Prosecutors say he entered false info into the bank's computer system and extended loan maturity dates to conceal his activities.
As a loan officer at Union Bank, also in Beulah, Torgerson created fraudulent loan obligations in the amount of $225,000 in the names of people who didn't ask for the loans and never received any of the funds. 61-year-old Brent Torgerson of Beulah, 34-year-old Kelly Huffman of Beulah, and 35-year-old Tyler Hoffland of Rapid City, South Dakota have also been sentenced in this case. This week's winter storm is lingering for some folks, with cleanup still underway. First responders were out from Tuesday night well into Wednesday morning, clearing snow and digging out hundreds of vehicles that were stuck on both North Dakota and Minnesota sides of the Red River in Fargo-Moorhead.
This whiteout video is from Cass County Sheriff Jesse Johnner, who says the storm was a struggle. He says not being able to get to people is a helpless feeling, but he's grateful his office makes sure a call for help does not go unanswered.
Yeah, we should note that driver was safe, thankfully. This morning, though, we are not dealing with that. Also very thankful for that right now, Lisa.
Yes, it is so much quieter for the morning drive today, so much safer out there. Now, there are places where we've got ice still on the road. The temperatures have not warmed up at all, so watch out for slick spots, and you'll probably want to get that car warmed up sooner rather than later here today. Here's a look at our temperatures and wind chills. Fargo, 6 below right now is our air temperature, but our wind chill, even a light wind that we're experiencing out of the north, is making it feel like it's 21 below. So again, another day to bundle up here. Langdon, unfortunately, we're not getting any data from there, but we are looking at temperatures around that area up in the Devil's Lake Basin in that double-digit below zero range. Thief River Falls is in that range at 11 below. No wind in Thief River Falls, so our wind chill is 11 below. Same thing in Crookston, our 11 below temperature there. But in Bemidji, we have just enough wind to really make a difference from our temperature to our wind chill. It feels like 7 below in Bemidji and 20 below your wind chill there. So again, winter is back today. Fergus Falls, one of the slightly milder places above zero right now at 1 degree above. So it's quiet, it's clear. We just saw that clear sky in Fargo, the sunrise happening earlier and earlier, nice sign of spring to come, but it's not feeling like it today. We're quiet and clear, but it is cold out at the bus stop. Temperatures into those single digits below zero, even some double digits below again. But once that sun is up, it's going to help to warm us up a little bit. It's going to be fighting this northerly breeze, that colder air drifting in here as the day goes on. Not a strong wind, but still enough movement of that colder air to keep kind of refreshing the cold that's in place. So looking at about 7 degrees for your high today, this afternoon in Fargo. So kids will still be needing to bundle up heading home from school. Lots of sunshine though. Should be a nice, beautiful day. And then continuing on into the rest of the week, we turn things around nice and quickly here. For Friday, the wind turns southerly. We will see that wind pick up, and that'll warm us up rather quickly. We'll get to about 30 on Friday with the kind of growing pains of the wind that we'll have to deal with. But that sets us up for a beautiful weekend. Saturday, Sunday, temperatures into the 20s to some low 30s. And our next chance for snow comes Sunday night and into President's Day on Monday. Not a heavy snow, though, just some light snow showers it's looking like right now.
All right, we are looking forward to that weekend warm-up. Thank you so much for the update this morning, Lisa. Let's go ahead and get a check of our roadways with Jordan this morning at our travel maps.
Yeah, we want to take a look at our road report here this morning. Thankfully, everything back open this morning. That wasn't the case yesterday, but right now, most of the state actually in greener seasonal conditions. Let's get an up-close look at some of the areas that are actually dealing with a little bit of tricky travel on the road there. This is I-29 right here. Fargo is in the middle of it. I'll circle that in red right now so you can see right there it is north on I-29 going to Gardner, icy south on I-29 going to Christine, also icy, and then west on I-94 this morning up until about Tower City. We're also dealing with a little bit of ice on the road there. Again, the rest of the area, green seasonal conditions. State of Minnesota, mostly seasonal as well. Our tricky spot this morning here is the Minnesota Lakes Country area. Zooming on in, Detroit Lakes, right where my hand is there. Highway 10, DL to Wadena, partially covered. And then all around the Perm, Pelican Rapids, Fergus Falls, Battle Lake area, we're also dealing with some slight snow coverage. And then Highway 10 as well. Glendon to Hawley this morning, also a difficult area. We know that's very wide open there. The snow really blows in, so you need to make sure that you are careful on those roads this morning. You can get updated travel maps throughout the day on your VNL weather app. They're updated as you go to them, and you can find out exactly what your roads in your neighborhood are like. Ashlyn?
All right, thank you for that real-time look this morning, Jordan. Check this out, a North Dakota Highway Patrol car looking a bit rough. Whoa, after someone slammed into it at 75 miles per hour. I-29 was closed at the time of the crash yesterday as crews were working to clear snow and stranded vehicles after that big storm. But the Highway Patrol says a van was heading down the highway and rear-ended that squad car going highway speeds. Luckily, no one was hurt. We have an update this morning on that missing Grand Forks man we told you about yesterday right here on the Valley Today. 54-year-old Steve Crary has now been found dead. His family had been worried about him after not hearing from him for about a week. Police are not releasing any details but say there is no threat to the public. 1 dead, 3 wounded, and 2 in custody. That's the latest this morning on a shooting at a food court inside an El Paso, Texas mall. Police now say the victims who were injured last night are in critical condition.
An off-duty officer who was working security in one of the mall's stores ran to the food court within minutes and took one man into custody. There's no word, though, on how the second man was arrested, nor is there any word of a motive this morning. The mall is located right next to a Walmart where 23 people were killed in a racist attack in August of 2019. That was one of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history. It's like something out of a movie. A Tennessee inmate captured on camera jumping from a 2-story courthouse window and trying to get out. Watch the very top of your screen. You'll see the man was in court with 6 other inmates at the time.
He had gotten up numerous times to get a Kleenex and then walked toward the box again and made his final move out the window. You see it there. The guy landed on his back and began to run, but he stopped when he saw a police officer. He was checked out. Oh gosh, there he goes.
Ooh.
He was checked out at the hospital for those injuries that he sustained, and then he was brought right back to jail. Shoveling snow from around your home could be a task that no one wants to tackle this winter, but experts say getting rid of that snow could save you big money and a big headache come spring.
Yeah, and you want to do it before that thaw happens. The Valley Today's Nishay Taylor explains why now is a good time to remove the snow before it becomes a big problem for homeowners. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan and Ashlyn. Yeah, experts say, with this warm up coming up this weekend, you may want to start shoveling this snow from around your foundation because as Jordan and Ashlyn mentioned, it could be a big problem. Now, once that snow starts to melt, that water can seep into the cracks of the foundations of your home. It can lead to flooding in the lower level of your home or the basement and begin to ruin the carpeting and flooring. The estimates for the damage could range between $500,000 and $50,000, but if you want to wait to fix the problem, experts say more issues could arise.
It can turn into a mold issue and different things, and now you're getting into more health issues and more damage and more costs.
Yeah, they say you should be checking the floors, the baseboards, as well as your walls for any damage because, if you find it, you want to get that handled immediately. Reporting live in Fargo, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
Yeah, once that moisture turns to mold, that's basically end game there for many of your belongings. Yikes.
Yeah, and you got to have that special flood insurance, too, for that to cover it. So
Right.
even bigger bill for a lot of folks. Nishay, a nice heads up right now. Thank you. In our consumer alert this morning, we have big news for e-vehicle drivers. Tesla will open part of its electric vehicle charging network to other drivers. That word from the White House. Tesla will make at least 7,500 chargers from its U.S. supercharger and destination charger network available for all electric vehicles by the end of 2024.
The available chargers will be distributed across the country, including at least 3,500 new and existing Tesla superchargers along highway corridors and those key destinations like hotels and restaurants in both urban and rural locations.
Coca-Cola is putting out a new flavor this month called Move. The new flavor is said to have a popcorn-like flavor, and it's set to hit store shelves on Monday. All right,
Okay.
something new out there. We'll get ready for a fun new activity coming to Fargo this spring. Fargo Pedal Tours LLC plans to bring a pedal party bike downtown. Take a look at it. Owners say the goal is to create a family-friendly experience.
The bike you see there seats 10 pedalers and 4 passengers for those who can't reach the pedals or don't feel like working. The tours will have a bring your own beverage model and will be open 6 to 8 months out of the year. I'm sure there's a bring your own helmet policy as well.
Yeah, and bring your own fun policy too. That seems like
Deal.
a good time. Yeah, I
Sign
like
me
that.
up. I'm calling them this morning. All right, take a look at this. We leave you with a nice warm-hearted moment. Fans packing Juno Beach in Florida to see Miss Rocky the Turtle head back out into the ocean. The loggerhead sea turtle was released into the Atlantic after 6 weeks in rehab.
This 220-pound female turtle was found floating just north of an island in December with a tear in the lung caused by a boat. However, now she is good and going back into the ocean, and the warm vibes we need on this cold morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We leave you with this beautiful live cam. Take care.